Ducket Fishing's Pro Series rods. What if you could pick out a fishing rod for literally any fishing application you could imagine, designed by the pros that pioneered or heavily impacted that application? Well, now you can. The Ducket Fishing Pro Series consists of 16 rods uniquely designed by some of the greatest names in the sport. Check out the Ducket Fishing Pro Series of rods by going to ducketfishing.com. But you're also the sales department there, right?
Correct.
Okay. This is the thing that I always found to be a struggle, trying to produce the content and trying to reach out and come up with advertisers. I noticed you don't wrap your boat and you don't wear a big tournament shirt, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Are the two separate, or is it what's the rationale behind all of that?
So when I started fishing Toyotas and Opens in around the 2018, 2019 timeframe, I separated my on the water, like Matt Pangrac fishing, from 71 Media, which is what I worked with independently with Jeffrey. So there was really kind of a separation between BTL, and there was some crossover there, but it was different between like the on the water. As I've kind of taken it over through the past 3 years, it makes a lot more sense. Like everything that is sponsored on BTL, I also use in the Opens.
Yeah.
And like one thing has become really apparent, and there's some guys who are really good at doing this early, the Gerald Swindles, the Mike Iaconellis, the Skeet Reeses, is they have multiple revenue streams. Rojas is also good at this. Like they're not dependent on their on the water performance. Their on the water performance enhances everything that they do off of the water, whether it's bait development, like the Ike Live, other shows, lure development, something. So I use sponsors that I learn their product, and I often learn their product. Like when we went with Pro Guide batteries, like I knew nothing about battery. Like I am not good when it comes to electronics and stuff. So I had them on the show 3 or 4 times. I just asked dumb questions about batteries till I could explain it. Cause I get messages to be like, hey, what's your battery setup? And I'm like, I don't know. I plug it in, I see the green lights, and I go. But after 3 or 4 shows, I can say, well, I'm running 2 12s in parallel, 236, starter, blah, the whole 9 yards. And this is why it works and how it works. I've done the same thing with all the sponsors. I bring them in to the show, and then I use that on the water to showcase it. I'm in the process of working on a wrap for this year, trying to do a unique wrap. I'm like, Keith, I'm obsessed with crappie fishing. I know, like you're in California, right?
Yeah, but I had a really good day of crappie fishing in Maryland over winter break. And
Yeah,
it was. I'm right with you.
I don't hunt. I've really gotten into the crappie fishing. I've got sponsors like Beatdown and Power Breaks,
Yeah, Power
and
Breaks.
the Bass Tank and all that, and they like kind of mix with the crappie world. So I'm working on some stuff for later in the year on that, but I align with the sponsors, with the products that I use, develop a personal relationship with those people, and then use them in the show. So it's not just a straight out advertisement, but it's an understanding of that product. So that's kind of how it works is I develop a relationship with them because I use all that stuff on the water, on the Bass Cat, everything it is. So it just seems kind of natural when it comes to it. And then they get the on the water and the show. As far as the jersey, no one's ever said I have. Like no one's ever been like, hey, like you need a jersey. If someone said you need a jersey, I would get a jersey. But until then, I'll put the patch on, I'll wear the AFCO stuff, and I'm good to go.
Well, I tell you what, one of the things that's critical, and I look for this more than anything in what I watch, is the integrity of the person that delivers the message. And I whatever you do, you pull it off very well. And I can see how and why it works. It's just because you're such a believable character. And anyway, I'm not trying to make it too much sunshine here, but you're on today because I'm a big fan. So it's like you said a few minutes ago, you interview people that you want to talk to. So here we go. I'm Keith Neiswanger. This is the Bass to Anglers podcast. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you'd like to reach us, please send us a direct message on Instagram at Bass Tour Anglers Podcast. Take care. Be safe. We'll talk to you next time.